Hello, very good evening. Welcome to News Focus Tonight, live and direct from our studios on the 10th Avenue, Extension, Greater Estate, Nungwa, Adogo. My name is El Samuels. I'll be with you between now to 10 p.m. when we shake the hand of departure and say goodbye to ourselves. And tonight, is packed with a lot of stories, issues that has boiled us down on Galamsey. Now, a lot of expose has taken place that has to do with our Galamsey, something that is eating us up, destroying our vegetation, our ecosystem. We've been told severally that Galamsey has to be taken off. Laws have been enacted. Galamsey, a law to mine in the forest zones have been repealed. We've all hailed it. River bodies and river bodies, you're not supposed to go there to go mine. There are areas that have been demarcated as danger zone. But here's the case: the Chamfans are being worked on. The Chamfans are also being dealt with. The Chamfan that we abandon people for manufacturing, they have manufactured it. Environmental Protection Agency will go there, close down shop. Powers that be will open those shops and allow the Chinese to create their Chamfans. So what sort of a human beings are we? What sort of greed is this? What sort of, I don't know what word to use for us as Ghanaian people, that we don't care about human lives. We don't care about the water we drink. That looking at what is happening by 2030, we need to be buying, importing water. What is happening? We thought this thing has come down, but rather it has taken to a different turn. And the expose by Erasmus Donko tells it all, that it is still not well with us as a nation. A whole district chief executive. You know, time and time again, those names have popped up. But because of political expediencies, we've rolled them under the carpet and allow people, just a few people, to be destroying this nation. A beautiful nation God has given us with a beautiful landscape. All we can do, because of greed, we destroy what God has given us instead of protecting and preserving it. Are you saying God did us wrong by putting gold beneath the earth for us? Was it that? But just before I go on to those stories, let me move straight away to look at the issues also that surround monetization of our politics. Now, you need a lot of monies to be able to get into the seat of government, or precisely to serve in this nation. If you don't have money, you can't serve. Why must it be so? Ghana is not, the Ghana I know wasn't like this. What has changed? Everything has been monetized to the level that when you give people jobs to do, the first thing they ask you, they tell you how much they're going to change, and then they tell you, give me the money before I start the job. What a country are we building? The people who, I always say, the people who get up in the morning, move out their vehicles, drive, some of them, not all of them, some of them are not the kind of people that we think they are, the honorables we call some. The respect we give to people, because now we don't find to find out how people make their money. Why should somebody leave an ambassadorial role to come down and say, I want to go into parliament? It means there's something there. No matter how you try to rope on it, it's become a canker to eat us up. But let me run you through some snipe of story, and then we can go into our main topics for tonight and focus, where you can have the opportunity to also join me, and let's have this wonderful conversation together. It's for God and for country. Once again, my name is El Samuels. The numbers on the screen is 0537158638 is the numbers. You can also have a conversation with us. Let's get interactive. Let's discuss what the kind of Ghana we want to see. Is the Galamsey ever going to leave us? That's always a question I ask. Will it ever go? Because now across the entire country, from the north through to the southern belt, where the gold belt lies on beneath the earth, we're destroying every corner of this country. We're destroying everything. Now, cocoa farmers are also daring government, if you don't pay us, you don't buy the cocoa beans, it means that we need to sell our lands to go into Galamsey. What is going on? Can't you think of your health for a minute? That the cyanide, the poisons they're putting into our water, people come and tell us, oh, we can clean the water, but it means that we're encouraging people to still go into illegal mining. Where we say, oh, that technologies can. So what do we mean by that? That we are collecting taxes from people and allowing them to go into mining areas to mine, whether legal or illegal. Once you have the Lucci, you're good to go. 053-715-8638. Now, government vows action against officials implicated in the Galamsey tax expose, according to Phyllis Kwachiofosu. Ayawaso Zongo chiefs warn of possible chaos if NDC annuls disputed primaries. What do they mean? What chaos are the chiefs of Zongo in Ayawaso talking about? Is it that we Ketashi said Nyama born in the Ejijiso? Maybe in a year so we're champion. Where do we want to go? Zongo chiefs? Really? Anyway, Abutrika sues Interior Minister AG Nakov, FBI, and Yoko demands 10 million Ghana citizen damage. Politicians will soon distribute Range Rovers, Dr. Ansa Asante warns of a vote buying. Arrest him now. Ashigbe demands DCE arrest over a tax for Galamsey expose. A tax for Galamsey? Joy expose links DCE to 6,000 Galamsey fees. Oh my, why these people are doing this? I don't want to go into this now, but let's do our first story that has to do with the vote buying. Baba Jamal, the man Jamal now is getting some Zongo chiefs also backing and said there will be chaos if they should not. What has that got to do with you? What has that got to do with you, Zongo chiefs? What chaos are you talking of? It's an internal process. If the party deems that they need to acknowledge, what chaos will it bring? Meanwhile, Edem Agwana, a member of parliament for Ketu North, has condemned the allegation of vote buying linked to Baba Jamal during the NDC Ayawaso East parliamentary primaries, describing it as completely foreign to the party's values. It is never true, Edem. It is never true. If you are saying it's foreign to the party, it is never true. Money crazy has been spoken. I mean, we've talked about this for years. What is foreign? Is it that Baba is being used as scapegoat for a cover-up to show that all the people who went to parliament are clean? Is that what you're saying? That is foreign to the party's value? He emphasized that the NDC is committed to upholding internal discipline and transparency, and those found culpable will face consequences. Baba Jamal, who won the primaries, has denied the allegations, stating he is willing to cooperate with the party's investigation. The president, John Dramani Mahama, has also recalled Baba Jamal from his position as Ghana's High Commissioner to Nigeria, citing the need to preserve the integrity of the public office. The NDC has formed a committee to investigate the allegations, and the Office of the Special Prosecutor is also looking into the matter. The incident has sparked concerns about electoral integrity and vote buying in Ghana's politics. So it is never foreign. I don't think it's foreign. It's something we keep doing it. And that even people with integrity to work for this nation can't work because They don't have the money to do it. They don't have the financial muscle to do it. Very soon we get people ruling us who don't have any know-how. Is that what we want? Let's take a listen to him and what he said, and calling that a foreign. I don't know why he called it foreign. It's been part of our body politics. Let's listen to Evan.
What happened on Saturday was alien to the values of the NDC. This is not the NDC that some of us grew up to love and to join. Values of accountability, values of probity, values of transparency. These are the values that we know for the NDC. And that is why I'm not surprised that the entire party seems outraged at the open display and also the admission. We played some videos, and I will not sit here and say because some officials have said in every election there is vote buying. I don't buy that. I don't think that that is the position of our party. We can be concerned about how over the years our elections are organized and candidates, including myself, how we have gone through these processes and payments that you have to make, whether it is transportation to delegates or what have you. But what happened on Saturday clearly is one that the NDC as a party is not happy about. And that is why we have seen those statements condemning it and calling for investigations. But I will not go into the details because as we speak, there is a 3-member committee investigating the matter. And tomorrow we are told they will present a report to FEC.
Tomorrow,
Tuesday.
Okay.
My caucus, the majority caucus, also has issued a statement condemning and actually calling for the cancellation of the elections.
What
that is, party is made up of many structures.
Right.
We have the parliamentary caucus, and they are on many occasions, parliamentary caucus has made some calls that the party did not yield to. So the party as a body corporate set up a committee to investigate, and so the party is doing its part. The majority caucus, as the parliamentary wing of the party, also has stated the position via that press statement. The presidency recalled the Honorable Baba Jamal from his role as ambassador to Nigeria. And so, like I said, it is even possible that this morning, Council of Elders of the party can also issue a statement. There are different wings of the party. So, but I will choose to wait for the final report that the 3-member committee led by the Honorable Inusa Hussaini, the report that they will bring, whatever recommendations that they will give, we will choose to go by it.
All right, so you hear the member of parliament for Ketu Adam, Ketu North, condemning the allegation of vote buying, but that word he uses foreign. Mbano. It is not. Now let's move on from there. You can also share your thoughts with us on this issue of vote buying, monetization of our body politics. The good people who have the heart to serve the nation, the patriotics, can't get into public space because people who has the bags, the bluchi, we've made politics to look more lucrative than any other venture in this country. That a young man, young woman want to go into politics, because you know that's the easiest way to amass wealth. Now, away from there, another disturbing story has to do with the expose of the crisis that is eating us, the shocking expose. We all went quiet after a while that, oh, this has been repealed, this has been done, this has been ABC. Erasmus, one of the environmental journalists, says, okay, I'll keep fighting until I see the good things happening in Ghana. Another crisis exposed in a shocking investigative report. Let's take a watch and a listen.
Yano can never be said as fighting illegal mining, but rather extorting monies and creating problems.
In this documentary, we expose the coordinated extortion scheme, now an organized network involving district authorities, NADMO officials, and a district chief executive himself. A network stealing from the people, enabling illegal mining, and accelerating the environmental genocide unfolding across forests and river systems in the Amansie Central District of the Ashanti region.
They have actually also more or less evolved certain methods, certain technologies where they can combine all manner of metals and cause damage to the brain. They can cause damage to the kidneys. They can cause damage to the liver. They can cause damage to the lungs. They can cause damage to the gastrointestinal tract. And the eventual effect is that this patient may end up developing cancers.
If the president is so minded in fighting illegal mining, then it should start with his appointees. And by appointees, I always refer to the MMDCs, because many of them are neck deep in galamsey corruption.
According to the Forestry Commission, 44 out of 288 forest reserves have been invaded and harmed. Beneath the crisis are acts of bribery and corruption, illegal payments, extortion, sanctioned by those elected and appointed to protect our resources. Our investigation began as whispers of an organized extortion scheme kept resurfacing, with stories shared quietly among miners who speak only in cautious tones. The fragmented accounts pointed towards a task force allegedly operating under the authority of the district chief executive of Amansie Central, Emmanuel Obeng Ajeman.
How much 30 million? 3,000. Me almost me bra. One machine you 3,000. One machine you 3,000. Me mopa me guantraga mu enko jakobo district wo. Me red. Not just a red. Ona bi kama me o se na yan fa red ya fa na imam. The question ya nyina ye divide here say. In say nipa na tutu na ba wo so obebo awo de. Send yen ya sempa. Ye nya ye decide say a month or so 2 million. Yeah. Me dia me de. So what dia. Ah ye ni mu say odotobu ya de obi mfi akire ensa me ha ye bi. Any 2 weeks or any week go na red so buy. Red catch ra ye say esuru wo na adwuma na soro. National security for Juma.
At his sight, the extent of destruction is overwhelming. Forest reserves torn apart, farms buried under mud. Yet, he operates freely because he has paid to destroy the land.
Police 2 eka. Police 2 almost 74. Aye nim say you am police for you look am. Banya police ni na beto red na nkasana so wonsa owi an odo ama police na police e lead. Me say me kasi ase.
Now we need to know Jan.
Oh, you need 3,000 and no Mujano. As I was saying, me black man. On also say, on the go machine, and the machine for so. And Sana or Mujano.
At Mile 9, one of the communities near the Koboro section of the Apaprama Forest Reserve, The sounds of these Shamfan machines are loud. We posed as new miners seeking guidance. These two illegal miners welcomed us with the frankness of people long accustomed with working outside the law.
It's one so there. Obia mo heada ma said there. Omo beta ko bi se bia. Omo bagiska na se bia bi se.
And to 3,000 na. Mutu ko 3,000.
3,000
purchase of one leg. This offends 1,000 regulations and more. Not only in terms of financial management within the country, in terms of approvals that need you to be engaged in a business endeavor like this, but it's and this is one of the things that I'm actually also interested in seeing the repercussions of this. Whether or not what you're going to find is that these are monies that are going into the assembly's coffers, or that the assembly itself has transformed itself into some agent that is just doing private business using the facade of the assembly to cover.
And so you saw a bit of the documentary that was Erasmus and his team worked on. Meanwhile, Engineer Ken Ashigbe, the convener of the Media Coalition Against Galamsey, is calling for the arrest of the Manchester Central District Chief Executive Emmanuel Obeng Ajiman over allegations of extorting monies from illegal miners, and this follows the exposé titled "A Tax for Galamsey," which reveals a coordinated system where illegal miners pay fees to operate in the area. Ashigbe described the DC's action as complicit and urged law enforcement to act swiftly, saying we need to immediately ensure that he is arrested. Investigation can carry on. Not only should he be arrested by the police, there is some corruption and corruption-related activity. Let's take a listen to the convener of the Media Coalition Against Galamsey, Engineer Ken Ashigbe.
Unfortunately, this time the MCE for Botsumuri during the MPP time was confessed on tape of being involved in an illegality. What's happened to him? There is a DCE who's been convicted on for contempt, and the issue is related to Galamsey. We've been asking His Excellency to interdict him, because that DCE says that it is not him, but it's the person who took him to court is the person who's involved in Galamsey. That has not been dealt with. This particular DC, as Honorable Darko said, he has sinned against Act 703 and Act 995. So what should be happening now is that he should be arrested. He should be arrested immediately and prosecuted. And it's not only him. The MCE or DCE for Dunko, he also gives stickers. He sells stickers to excavator owners. Ask him whether those excavator owners, whether all of those excavators are tracked, whether those excavators are only involved in illegal mining, and whether he's dealing with that. So, for me, His Excellency had told us that one of the KPIs for DCs and MCs was going to be their fight against Galamsey. Now we have seen one of them who is openly collecting money from an activity. Even the excavators, I assume the excavators were even tracked, and so he's collecting money from them. But Chamfant, as Honorable MP Darko has mentioned to you, it's a proscribed equipment, which is illegal. So how is he even collecting money from those people? And how are they accounting for that money? What receipts are they using? Have they gone to their assemblies to pass bylaws that enables them to charge those fees? Those are questions that we should be asking. I have seen the Secretary General of the NDC and the action that they've taken about that particular election. This is even worse, because again, as the Honorable Darko mentioned to you, the issue of cyanidation They are calling something in situ cyanidation. They are doing it all the way from the north, all the way to the south. We were saved by a whole community being wiped out because there was a borehole that was close to the place they were doing the cyanidation that had high level of cyanide. And cyanide is deadly. Mercury will take a long while. It might not even kill you. But cyanide will wipe. You know the only thing that saved them? The only thing that saved them was that the pump that was on the borehole got broken down. And so one of the large-scale mines then brought EPA in. When they did the test, the level of cyanidation was so bad and they closed it. That is what we are dealing with. So we are pleading with the national security that this issue of Burkinabés who are coming into our country and doing this in situ mining, we need to deal with that because that's a major national threat. And this particular DCE, we need to immediately ensure that he is arrested. This is that we need to deal with. And you see, so if we really want to deal with this issue, we need to deal with the firefighters who themselves are the arsonists.
So you hear the voice of the convener for Media Coalition against Galamsey in the person of Engineer Ken Ashigbe. Also, when the government has assured Ghanaians that those found culpable will face the law, with the Minister of State, Felix Kwasi-Ofosu, stating, once evidence of wrongdoing comes to light, you did be taken up. It doesn't matter who is involved. We hope and pray so, because we need the salvation of this nation needs to be saved. Where we are heading towards, we are destroying this nation. Gradually, we'll wake up one day and we are all gone. Meanwhile, Suleiman Ibrahim, the Executive Director of the Media Foundation for West Africa, is also calling for the immediate dismissal of the Amansia Central District Chief Executive, Emmanuel Obeng Ajima, of allegation of extorting money from illegal miners. My question has to be with the chaos that happened, that we had a DCE stepping in, another DCE said, I asked him to step in. So I have something I could say. Let's take a listen to Suleiman Ibrahim now.
Then I get to the village that I was visiting, and you see the level of devastation, and one stream that serves maybe hundreds of communities, in cocoa growing areas, that stream is completely gone. I talk to people, and they say, look, on daily basis, the quantity of Galamsey items that arrive at Anyankwanda. If anybody tells you that Galamsey is being fought, the person is just perhaps playing games with you, because the chamfans, the one leg, and the kinds of the equipment that are used in the Galamsey enterprise, and the quantities that are arriving every day, and wasting, these are not coming from the bushes, so they are coming from our ports. So who do the clearing? If indeed government is committed to fighting illegal mining, why are we allowing equipment for illegal mining to continuously come in through our ports? So I get really frustrated when you see real physical activities happening just maybe five or less kilometers away from the district capital, where the district authorities are, where the police officers are. Then you tell yourself, look, it's either we are joking or we are just doing politics with the issue. Look, the other thing that for me is worrying is the young people who are involved in this are themselves will be telling you, look, there's no future for this country. Because if you sit down, people will go and do it and get the money. Why don't I get involved? And they themselves will tell you, look, we are working with, under MPP, it was MPP leaders at the district level who were supporting the enterprise. Under NDC now, it is the NDC leaders from DCE to the police officers that the party people don't know about it.
All right, so you had the man, Suleiman Ibrahim, Media Foundation for West Africa, also speaking on this matter that has become a canker, eating us gradually, is now becoming, Galamsey is now a cancerous, is a viral. a cancer virus which is eating us gradually is eating us up, and we need to do something. And we had Suleiman Ibrahim, but Sule wasn't the only person who spoke. Akwesi Konadu is a Ghanaian politician, a member of the New Patriotic Party, and he's also the member of parliament for Menchia North constituency in the Ashanti region. Currently serves as the director of the Ghana Water. He was a former director of Ghana Water. Konadu expressed concern about the future of Ghana's fight against illegal mining. Let's take a listen to Akwesi Konadu.
Illegal activity to the extent that they are even giving permit to people to go and illegally mine. I've watched your 45-minute documentary about Amansia Central and how the district assembly itself is legalizing items like champagne. What does champagne got to do with legalization? It is purely for an illegal activity. You cannot tell me champagne is one of those machineries that are used for legal small-scale mining activities. So immediately you go in and you call it one leg, and that you are licensing it, giving it stickers, giving it receipt, making people go to bank to pay to legalize champagne. It is a state-sponsored activity at legalizing an illegality. I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow that you have the district assemblies under this current administration telling people that we have guns, they've been licensed by us, come take a token, then go use it for activities that you would want to do. This is scary. When it also talk about the Sankofa activities, the involvement of cyanide in doing Sankofa, and the amount at which they are degrading our environment, my brother, it is scary. And you know the problem? It is not going any day tomorrow under this administration. Because all the platitude of promises that they gave, they've thrown all of them away. And they are now only banging their hopes and trying to conscientize and focus Ghanaians on only two things, and leaving our attention from what would give us a long-term detrimental effect to our health and to the environment and to the totality of the country called Ghana.
Okay.
Now we are fixated about $1 that is dropping and the cedi strengthening, and a good inflation figure of 3.8. So when you speak now, all that we are being told is the dollar is low. And it's being financed by the activity of the sale of gold. And we've been told by the administrators of this economy that is what is going, and the high gold prices. And the government is wanting to cash in on that. It's now legalizing illegal activity of galamsey in this country so that production of gold can be on the ascendancy so that they can go selling it. And you know why? You see, for the past 1 year, they've gone to the Bank of Ghana to liquidate the gold reserves that we had in exchange of physical dollars so that they can pump into the economy, because they were not producing more again because the places that they were having is not good. So now what do they have to do? They have to legalize illegal activity by giving them permit to.
All right, so here's the former Lands and Natural Resource Minister Akwesi Konadu also speaking now. The phone line is duly activated. What do we do? What can we do? How do we tackle this menace? This is eating us up. What do we do? This galamsey is not leaving us sometime soon. 0537158638 is the numbers. 0537158638 is the numbers. You can also join us. Let's find solutions. How do we deal with this menace once and for all? It's really becoming a disaster, and it's not leaving us. Now we are championing, and look at what is happening. People put in places to protect this nation, from the security service right down to the people who least development in their areas are rather destroying, giving people the the license to go destroy. What are we doing? Look at our elections. You need to go do galamsey, get money, and come and pay people. What sort of a life is this? 053-715-8638 is the numbers. What should near many be? What ye be? Okay. Ubutui. Me know you okay mo. I didn't know walk. You ain't drinking come on. I ain't be a messer ejumedi no so. Ya kwa share ayi nia esisi amansie. Yititi mpanyimfo ni bi. Na wonso odie ne ene ne we. Ayawaso Council of Zongo Chiefs has cautioned the annulment of the area's recent National Democratic Congress. The NDC parliamentary primaries could lead to violence. It forms part of an attempt to urge the party to accept Baba Jamal despite the major vote buying investigation. This follows a controversial primaries that was held over the weekend. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, my brother. Your name, where reaching us live from?
Hello.
I can hear you. Your name, where you reaching us from?
Hello.
PCR here. Good evening. But you didn't baby out free.
Okay.
Your frau saying na Osha in Fihe.
It's also
Osha free NDC caucus. Quite interesting, isn't it? Oh, friend, what about Dane, baby? Our free. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I like good evening.
All right, Alaji and you.
Now that we people to stop me with the people of the family, to do that in Copra, and it was over land. And more to question that could be not able to care for what you after you have one of the little game. But to be care of the super war, your secret, you will be where you go to the secret. May the never get it. That's the radio, never worry. And we'll find out one report.
Mention Darcy all the way from Savannah region. Oh, friend, no one achieving the volume now from near to come on our phone also. You call, make sure the volume on your TV set is lowered. We have conversation on the phone. Lower more volume your TV and the Novas on your phone. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. Your name, where reaching us live from?
I'm Benjamin watching our community.
All right, from Enchi. Welcome to News Focus tonight. Let's go, Bang.
We're sure the Kalam State. I think the government has to contact all the chiefs of the various communities. Because from where I'm coming from, anytime any of these volunteers make an attempt to work on any direct permission to the chiefs, the moment you give them a notice, so that they are the people who are having power over the land. And when they come on board, this fight against that we see is going to be possible. If not that, we will do anything that we can, but still, this issue will not end.
Thank you so much, Benjamin from Enchi. Benjamin also bringing. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Your name? Can you lower the volume on your TV set, please? If you can lower the volume on the TV set, we can talk on the phone. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. Hello, good evening. Let the volume on your TV set go down, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Your name, where you reaching us live from? Okay, Kwame Champo Yenchi Yanko. Thanks so much for your time. I want to meet you at Boy see about 60 seconds. The way for no being so about booting me 60 seconds. Ogbasani be Oyishin when you get in 60 seconds. Hello, good evening, my brother. Good evening. Nyamiado Mona, Udin baby of Frefi. Wafa Yenji Yanko.
Police station or militia. Now, police control the will get a minute who became a good guy. The police will be not over this car. And the example, any police, any apparel, any this is near home and the government can't even do the same water. But I'm so willing to and then the men who are every so and I'll put them all to you will another machine, you know, and you know, for now, for 2 years or 2 words, 12 years, now or 7 or no, you bring any movie.
Yes, so when I'm ashamed, assign a Fred, or Ginger at 053-715-8638 is the number. So you can also join us. Let's have this conversation together. This is getting worse than ever. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, my brother. Your name? Udin baby of Frefi. Okay, George. Yentio.
No government one thing said, and there are other problems. I want in the air. That is the man, and man is told that it's all around. No problem, and I'm not sure. It's not. So, 40 years,
Right, I'll see him for now, 0537158638. Your numbers also be to me about room. Obanyo Travel, Obasani. 60 seconds, boy, Yishimbe call. Quick, that we can go. 05371586 is the news focus tonight, live and direct from our studios on MBN TV. Or you want me to say, this is MBN TV. Right, it's MBN TV, and we are live from the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate. That's the place we are. Let me get to hear you. What do you make of the devastating stories coming the expose on Galamsey? 0537158638 is the numbers. Let me hear you. Give me a call. Maminto Onka. Hello, good evening, boss.
Because I'm finding years in my airport never. Net two, dear hair, granted. You're calling it to Malana, near you, Malam. And so, Chilipana, who puts all my offer, you know, first, a bit of good both you or so of you, ma'am. Or no, yes, you see a plan or over, even you guys will think of all Hatina. And then when you music. Because around the Union of machine now, what is not a man? The attack made from the machine, or the swamp is to be merging. The woman was all away and the Etna. As if you can find them, you can now go to the map and you all the house. If you want to know about not in your also, why did and semi for the DC party member. I feel that it's a little man, and yet, who began a baby around when you go over the
Yes, yeah, that's so we got a few more minutes again. 0537158638 is the numbers. 0537158638 is the numbers. You can call us. Let's get to hear you. Let's have a feel. Let's get interactive. Let's see how we can save this nation. Because there are three things that have been mentioned. Let's deal with the chiefs and the people. Let's deal with the DCE. Let's deal with the security personnel on the grounds. If we are able to get the chiefs and the people, the custodian of the land, we get the security forces to get involved well, because the security forces are also part of this blame. Hello, good evening. Can you turn the volume of your radio, your TV set down, please, so we can have conversation on the phone?
Hello.
Hello. Your name?
I'm calling Andrew from Bongo District.
Andrew from Bongo. Let's hear you, Andrew.
Yeah. My problem is that those big machines that send to the mining area, they are passing through district and communities to that area. So if they have a government opinion is achieved, so why they cannot fight with it? So our own enemies who are causing it, they don't. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are our own enemies. The man from Bongo says that. 0537158638 is the numbers. Go to do some few more calls and then we can say goodbye to you tonight. But we come back again, don't worry. Hello. Yeah, thank you so much, my brother. Hello, good evening. Right, so the man from Bongo has weathered in which district are we, which region again? We are across all the 16 regions of the country and including West Africa. And we're live on our Facebook, YouTube, X, on MBN 360. Those of you watching us live on our social media handles, you can also send your messages and I will read them live and direct from here. 0537158638 is the numbers. Let me get to here. Got some few more minutes. And I say bye-bye to you. It's my mental account. My mental account. I'm a new here. Woman, come on. The end call. How was your day like? Let's hear you. Well, Occupy Ghana calls for criminalization of vote buying in party primaries. A civil society, a group Occupy Ghana has renewed its call for the criminalization of vote buying in internal party elections following allegation of inducement during the NDC parliamentary primaries. Ayawaso East majority calls for annulment unwarranted, says Banji. Banji says it's unwarranted for the majority to call for the annulment of the elections. Because somebody will also ask what is really going on. Is it the first time we're hearing this? It's also new. The Deputy General Secretary Operations of the National Democratic. Hello, good evening. Unfortunately, which means now, man, so which me our friend, no America cra, Emma May, my chef for enemy chief for who be can no afraid. Yeah, be few how many men quewo, why not travel? One more saying, yeah, those watching us, you want to contribute, 0537158638 is the numbers. The Deputy General Secretary Operations of the National Democratic Congress, Mustafa Bandi, has described as unwarranted calls by the majority seeking annulment of the Ayawaso East parliamentary primaries. So divided house, isn't it? Some say yes, some say no. Banji said acting on a petition would be perceived as bias. He noted that some members of the majority visited one of the aspirant, Hajia Amina Adam, the wife of the late member of parliament, just a day before the election, a gesture that could be interpreted as support. 0537158638 in the numbers. Offer me an oma or TV no volume nako from call me a fanny, Yehishi Bami. If I want to show or from no one more one TV no volume wabe from Kakra. Many and make happen for Missy. Sabi me po one show. My customer Missy Afim and the Fay. Ain't you be a my storage media, so very soon I'll be packing my bag. I have already packed, you know. Yeah, I'm already packed. I've already packed. And I'll leave you and I'll go away. And then tomorrow morning, God willing, life, the giver of life wakes me up. When it taps me and say, hey guy, wake up. There's work to do. I will wake up and come and serve you. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello. When Jimmy and Janata, meanwhile, that's Frederick Kumi, everybody knows him to be Abu Trika, has filed a lawsuit at the High Court against the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and other security agencies claiming unlawful detention violation of his fundamental human rights. The suit named the Minister of Interior, the Narcotics Control Commission, the FBI, the Economic and Organized Crime, EYOCO, and Attorney General as respondent. According to him, his arrest on December 11 subjected him to physical and psychological distress amounting to torture and inhuman treatment, contrary to Article 15 of the 1992 Constitution. Pound of flesh. His court document indicated that over 15 armed officers stormed his apartment, airport residential area, whilst he was playing video games with friends, claiming that he was immediately handcuffed, restrained from morning until late evening without access to food, water, or rest. Interesting time. The man has filed a suit. Well, I think this is where I need to apply my break. I need to stop here and say a big thank you to my viewers, my callers, my everybody from the PCR, MCR, and those of you who took time out of your busy schedule to allow me to keep you company after work. Make a day with me same time tomorrow. I'll be back again 9 p.m. with a news focus tonight. But don't forget to join me tomorrow 6 a.m. We'll bring you the mega news and 6 sports, and I'll bring you the national policy focus on the morning focus. Later in the afternoon, we'll be back with sport. We have a lot of packets to give to you. But tomorrow morning, meet me out. And then the night, same time, 9 p.m., I'll be back. My name is El Samuels. To God be the glory. When you stop to say a prayer, always say one for me, but always don't forget to say a prayer with every heartbeat. Have a good night.